this video, you will come to know about two broad questions and their answer from Donne's song. The first question is, attempt a critical appreciation of John Donne's song. The answer is, included in Songs and Sonnets, Donne's song is a metaphysical poem in which its master, in the ironical method of Jean de Meung, deals with the inconsistency of women in love. In conformity with the metaphysical tradition, the poem under review, like the canonization or the sun rising, has a dramatic and abrupt outset expressed in colloquial language. Go and catch a falling star, get with child a mandrake root. Here, done in the matter of Petrarch, refers to the impossibility of finding out a woman who is simultaneously beautiful and virtuous by referring to a number of impossible things. The catching of a falling star, i.e., meteor, is impossible not only because it is a hot ball of fire but also because it comes down at a great speed. The botanical a mandrake root is akin to human beings except the fact that it cannot produce any human child. Human beings can easily master the present and the future, but they are helpless in the matter of the whereabouts of past years. Medieval Christian theologians provided the idea that devil and cloven feet, but could not name the agent. The mythological mermaids, half fish and half woman, are believed to sing sonorously, but as they are non-existent, no human being can hear their voice. Envy is a psychological disease of incurable nature. Similarly, honesty is a mental cult and so cannot be imposed from without. Thus, in the opening stanza, Donne amalgamates multifolate images to reach up to the desired goals. The second stanza reinforces the idea of the first stanza by alluding to the adventurous knight of Book 4 of Spenser, the Faerie Queene. The actual contention is that the knight born to see strange sights and invisible things will swear that now here lives a woman true and fair. By the word woman, Donne refers to a prodigious woman, fair in complexion and virtuous in nature. The rarity of the existence of such a woman has been stressed in the hyperbolic 10,000 days and nights. The religious word swear adds strength to the poet's sarcastic shaft. The abrupt dropping of lines in each stanza suggests tension rather than irregularity and indicates the stress one would expect in a dramatic form. In the third stanza, sarcasm is replaced by irony, and objective commentary gives way to subjective participation. The reader suggested by the word thou become the informers of the poet, informers about the poet's desired woman. For meeting such a lady, the poet is prepared to make a pilgrimage, which is actually a journey for meeting a creature of reverence. This inflation of the woman is followed by grand deflation, suggestive of mock heroic technique, yet do not, I would not go. The poet's experience of courtly love makes him assert with confidence, yet she will be false ere I come to or 3. Frailty, thy name is woman. Observe the hero of the eponymous play, Hamlet, and the poem under review makes such a generalization on the nature of woman, so to say. Full stop. The second, as well as the final question, is: do you think that Donne's song Go and Catch a Falling Star is a metaphysical poem? The answer is: metaphysical poetry has always been a matter of approach and technique, realistic in approach and intellectual in technique. Viewed from this perspective, John Donne's song Go and Catch a Falling Star stands out as a typical metaphysical poem. Frailty, thy name is woman, observes Hamlet in Shakespeare's play with the same name, and Donne, with his wide experience of life, finds inch truth in it to poetize it in the poem under review, although with a misogynistic turn. Still, one cannot but find a realistic turn in this approach to woman as opposed to the idealistic one followed by the Petrarchans, precisely saying Donne here puts forward the idea that no beautiful woman is honest in character. An abrupt and dramatic opening with a colloquial note is very often a such characteristic of a metaphysical poem. Donne's poem under review opens in a dramatic manner because it has no apparent connection with the theme Go and Catch a Falling Star. It seems as if the poet is throwing a playful challenge to the reader to hold a meteor which is actually a ball of fire. The very opening of a poem with a verb is colloquial because the subject is presupposed. The use of prosaic word reinforces this aspect. An intellectual aspect, as Dr. Johnson acknowledged, is characteristic of metaphysical poetry. This aspect is reflected in the allusions to the theological devil, the mythological mermaids, and to the mandrake plant. There is a note of impossibility connected with all this. No one can tell who cleft the feet of the devil, who heard the song of the mermaids, and who found a mandrake plant producing a human child. Donne uses this allusion to give substance to his argument that the existence of a woman is beautiful and virtuous at the same time is impossible. Apart from these allusions, the reference to Book 4 of the Fairy Queen is notable. In both cases, there is a mention of a journey for 10,000 days and nights. Thus, the note of adventure embedded in Spenser's work is carried forward to Donne's poem under review. The reference to pilgrimage helps to give the said woman the status of a deity and the poet the status of a devotee. These intellectual elements thus have something to contribute to the theme of the poem. This is what Eliot calls unification of sensibility, unification of passion and thought, emotion and intellect, and so on. Coincide or far-fetched comparison are found in any characteristic metaphysical poem. In the reference to a pilgrimage, the poet's journey is seen. The woman who supposedly beautiful and virtuous is compared to a pilgrimage. The poet is compared to a devotee. The woman is compared to a deity or goddesses, and the house of this woman is compared to a site of pilgrimage. The discourse evinces the fact Donne's poem, song, Go and Catch a Falling Star is a metaphysical poem per se. Full stop. Thank you.